Join me as I dive into the wild story of a woman who got rich in the most bizarre way, feeding babies her urine. Can I uncover the truth behind this crazy scheme? And the bustling city of Lagos, Nigeria, Patricia dreamed of building a better life for herself and her daughter, Zainab. A single mother in her mid-30s, Patricia worked tirelessly as a seamstress, barely making ends meet. Her dream was to open a crèche, a safe nurturing place where working parents could leave their children while they were at work. After years of saving, Patricia managed to open a small crèche in a modest neighborhood. The crèche, Little Stars, started with just a few children. The initial months were tough as she struggled with limited funds and increasing expenses. Despite her dedication, the crèche faced financial difficulties and Patricia was on the brink of closing down. One day, Patricia stumbled upon an article online about a controversial but successful entrepreneur who had allegedly used unconventional methods to achieve wealth. The article mentioned a practice in some parts of the world where people believed that certain bodily fluids, when consumed, could bring about miraculous results. Though Patricia dismissed the idea as absurd, it planted a seed of desperation in her mind. Patricia's financial situation grew increasingly. She struggled to pay the rent for her crèche, buy supplies, and provide for Zainab, her only daughter. Her friends and family encouraged her to seek help or consider alternative options, but Patricia's pride and desperation clouded her judgment. One evening, as Patricia reviewed her crèche's dwindling bank account and the mounting bills, she recalled the article she had read. Her desperation and fear of failure led her to consider the unthinkable. With no other apparent options, she resolved to experiment with the idea. Patricia began her unorthodox experiment discreetly. She collected her urine, ensuring it was as clean and uncontaminated as possible. With trembling hands, she diluted it and mixed it with the children's milk, hoping that the drastic measure might improve her financial situation. Her heart raced as she watched the babies drink from their bottles. To Patricia's shock and horror, the crèche's financial situation started to improve. Parents, drawn by the improved health and vigor they observed in their children, began recommending Little Stars to others. Enrollments increased and the crèche became more popular. As the crèche flourished, Patricia faced a growing moral dilemma. She felt a pang of guilt each time she performed the procedure. The ethical and emotional weight of her actions burdened her, yet the allure of financial stability and success kept her from stopping. The crèche's reputation grew and Patricia received accolades from her local community. She was praised for her dedication and for providing a nurturing environment. The success made her feel conflicted. She was both proud and troubled by the source of her newfound prosperity. With her growing influence, Patricia expanded Little Stars, opening additional branches across the city. The crèche became a network of highly sought-after childcare facilities. Patricia's success drew attention from media and local politicians who celebrated her achievements. Despite her outward success, Patricia's conscience grew increasingly troubled. She feared that her secret might be discovered. The pressure to maintain the facade of a successful, ethical businesswoman weighed heavily on her. One day, Patricia met a wealthy businessman named Mr. Okeke, who was interested in investing in her crèche. The offer was tempting, but Mr. Okeke had a reputation for being shrewd and inquisitive. Patricia was weary of revealing her secret, but felt that accepting his offer might secure her financial future without having to rely on her morally questionable practice. After careful consideration, Patricia accepted Mr. Okeke's offer, believing it would bring stability and help her avoid the ethical and emotional burden she had been carrying. The deal involved selling a substantial stake in her business in exchange for financial support and further expansion. As Mr. Okeke took an active role in the crèche's operations, Patricia noticed an increased scrutiny on her practices. He questioned various aspects of the crèche's success, leading Patricia to fear that her secrets might be uncovered. Mr. Okeke's inquiries became more probing, and Patricia's anxiety grew. She took measures to ensure her secret was secure, but the pressure to maintain her deception was overwhelming. The once thriving business now felt like a precarious house of cards. One day, a former employee who had suspected something unusual about the crèche's success went public with allegations about Patricia's methods. The accusations spread like wildfire, and Patricia's world began to unravel. The media sensationalized the story, and the once praised crèche became a symbol of scandal. The public reaction was swift and harsh. Patricia faced intense scrutiny, legal challenges, and a public outcry. Parents who had once praised her were now furious and demanded justice. The crèche's reputation was irreparably damaged, and Patricia's financial stability was in jeopardy. The legal battle that ensued was grueling. Patricia faced charges related to the unethical treatment of children and the fraudulent practices she had employed. The court proceedings were traumatic, and the once respected businesswoman became a figure of public scorn. The scandal took a severe toll on Patricia's personal life. Her relationship with her daughter Zainab suffered, and her family distanced themselves from her. Patricia's once promising future was now overshadowed by her actions and their consequences. In the midst of her legal troubles, Patricia began to seek redemption. She publicly admitted her wrongdoings and expressed remorse for her actions. She offered to cooperate with authorities and contribute to child welfare organizations as part of her effort to make amends. As Patricia served her sentence and faced the consequences of her actions, she focused on personal rehabilitation. She attended counseling and participated in programs aimed at understanding her ethical failures and rebuilding her character. Upon her release, Patricia struggled to rebuild her life from scratch. She took on humble jobs and slowly began to restore her reputation through community service and advocacy. Her journey was a testament to the possibility of personal growth and change even after significant failures. Despite her effort to move forward, Patricia's past continued to haunt her. She faced judgment from those who remembered her scandalous rise and fall. The journey to rebuild her life was fraught with challenges, but Patricia remained committed to proving her sincerity. During her rehabilitation, Patricia found an unexpected ally in Mr. Okeke. Though their relationship had been strained, he offered her support in her efforts to make amends. He used his influence to help her secure opportunities for community work and advocacy. Patricia slowly began to repair her relationship with her family and former colleagues. She worked tirelessly to demonstrate her commitment to ethical practices and social responsibility. Her efforts led to gradual reconciliation with those she had hurt. As time passed, Patricia found a new purpose in life. She channeled her experiences into helping others avoid the pitfalls of unethical practices. She became a speaker and advocate for integrity in business and childcare. Patricia's story, though marred by scandal, became a powerful lesson in the importance of ethical behavior and personal accountability. Her journey from ambition to redemption served as a reminder of the consequences of crossing moral boundaries and the possibility of redemption. Looking back, Patricia reflected on the choices she had made and their impact on her life and others. She acknowledged her mistakes and the pain they caused, but also recognized the growth and lessons she learned from her experiences. Patricia began working with organizations focused on ethical business practices and child welfare. Her role involved educating others about the importance of maintaining integrity and the dangers of compromising ethical standards for financial gain. Patricia's journey of redemption continued as she worked to build a better future for herself and others. Her experiences shaped her into a more compassionate and responsible individual committed to making a positive difference in the world. Patricia's story serves as a complex narrative about the cost of ambition, the consequences of ethical breaches, and the possibility of redemption. It underscores the importance of integrity and the profound impact that personal choices can have on one's life and the lives of others. If you like my story and would like to get me a cup of coffee, kindly check the description below or check the description of my channel. Thank you for watching. See you in my next story. Bye.